Welcome to Outside Explorer. Today we're on the David B, an antique ship with Northwest Navigations, and they're taking us to the San Juan Islands, where we'll do a little exploration on some of the smaller islands, a little wildlife watch, an overnight stay with a gourmet meal. Should be an exciting time.
So we just left Bellingham about 10 or 15 minutes ago, and we're headed out across Bellingham Bay towards the San Juan Islands. We're going to go to an island that's called Cypress Island first, and Cypress Island is mostly Department of Natural Resources parkland, and we'll be able to go for a hike out there. And after our hike, we'll pick up the anchor again and we'll head up to Scaccia Island. And at Scaccia, which is also a park, we'll probably go for a paddle or maybe a hike or maybe both. One of the things I like best about the San Juans is this mix of really beautiful stuff that's almost wilderness right next to stuff that's really basically industrial. So 10 miles off to the southwest from here, there's a big refinery, and there are a couple big super tankers sitting out there in an anchorage waiting for the refinery to have the right product for them. And yet, the place we go on this hike is pretty much a wilderness hike out in the middle of nowhere. And I just love that juxtaposition of the two things. It's part of why Puget Sound is so cool.
We just got dropped off on Cypress Island, and we're gonna go take one of the many hikes that are here.
This is a Douglas fir, and it's you can tell by the deep scarring in its bark, and then you can also tell if you look around for a pine cone that it's a Douglas fir, because if you look at the pine cone itself, it has these little seeds that are sticking into it, and they sort of look like little mice. And there's this story that somebody told me once upon a time that long ago there was a giant forest fire, and in that forest fire all the other animals could escape, and they ran and they ran and they ran. This is a long time before people, and they ran away from the fire, but the mice, they were unable to escape from the fire, so they found refuge in the Douglas fir pine cone, and you can still see them in there today.
David B was built in 1929 to beat a National Marine Fisheries rule that said that in Bristol Bay, Alaska, the boats had to fish using sail or oar power, and they couldn't have an engine in the boat. David B was built to tow those fishing boats out to where the fish were being caught. They would tow a whole string of the guys out to the fish and then go back and get a barge, and the fish were actually pitched into the barge once they'd caught them.
We're coming to the end of our trip on the David B. It was incredible. Yesterday was glorious. The weather was perfect. We went on a hike. We had gourmet food left and right, every activity. There was food when you came home. We went kayaking, slept in a comfortable bed, woke up to this. And when you're ready for your cruise, contact davidbcruises.com. Stay tuned for more Outside Explorer.